No.
All right,
The,
how about
how's
that?
it? The color you can't tell anyway. You can't know.
Eileen, it's good to have a chance to talk with you because
you.
I've admired your work. It's our first time ever to meet, and I think what you do with this role of Captain Lewis is just a hoot, an
Thank you
absolute,
very much.
absolute hoot.
It's risky. I take a few risks in this part, you know.
Indeed,
It's interesting. It's fun to take risks because you can really fall right on you know what, or it depends on people's sense of humor, frame of reference. So take the risk. Why not? It's better than not taking a risk.
How do you think women military officers are going to react to Captain Lewis?
I've had a girl with me all the time, okay, who was a captain in the Marine Corps. And now whether she fell in love with the part or whether we became friends and she liked, you know, watching the character develop. She loved it. I mean, she thought it was great fun. She also said that, you know, she was, when she was in the same position, particularly in the first scene of inspecting her new platoons of recruits, you know, that she was 100 times more insane and rude and mean than I was. So hopefully they will take it, they'll have a good time, you know. I mean, let's not be too serious about it all. I can't get too serious about the military, do you think?
You said that, I didn't. I wonder, though, did she ever say to you, no, Eileen, you can't do that, that wouldn't be viable or wouldn't be believable, or that's just too, you know, stretching it too far?
No, she didn't. The only thing she did take exception to was the drunk, because if an officer came in the barracks drunk, they would, in all probability, be thrown out of or shipped off to some. Well, she was shipped off to, but that would be. That was a little bit taking a bit of a license there. But that was the only.
You know what, for me, Eileen, just kind of dots the I and crosses the T of your characterization, Captain Lewis, is the lipstick, that bright lipstick.
Is that right?
Yes.
That's lovely. You know, that was my idea because when I originally got the script, we had several conferences, you know. They wanted her hair slicked back and, you know, and I said, no, I think let's make her like Ann Sheridan in Ford Gills in a Jeep, okay? You know, like she grew up going to all those movies and Saturday matinee and loved that whole thing, so that that's what she, that is her image. That is Captain Lewis's image. So the hair was in the 40s thing and everything. So that was something that I decided I wanted to do, you know? See, there was a lot of stuff cut out that gave credit to credence. Is that the right word?
Credence. Yeah.
To that approach.
Uh-huh.
There was a scene in the Jeep with the other captain, which we talked about the movies that they show in the base. Like tonight, they're showing Ford Gills in a Jeep and Sands of Iwo Jima. You know, and like those are like my favorite movies. You know, I love all those movies, but that was cut. So those kind of textural things that were there, of course, are not there now for your eye. So what you're seeing, hopefully, will show you as much of enough.
I got it.
You understand?
Yeah, I got it. You and Goldie worked together in Laughing.
Right. Yeah.
What was she? What I'm getting at is, I know that this bubbly, giggly girl is not Goldie today.
No,
right?
You can see that in the picture, can't you?
Exactly.
It's an astonishing performance. I hope that it's that you know people have the wherewithal to see really how extraordinarily dimensional that performance is. It's really, I think, exceptional, really exceptional. But go on, I didn't mean that.
But when she was in Laughing, when you were doing that, was she really that bubbly, giggly?
No.
Never was even then?
No, I mean, she was, but I mean, not completely. That was a part of, a side of her that worked in the context of Laughing. I mean, she literally one day could not read. They were upside down or something. She started to laugh. Well, you know these people, the producers, when they can grab onto something like that, they're going to do it. So she just rode with it. But, you know, we had, I think, a deep respect and rapport for each other back then. I mean, I can remember her getting letters from her father that she would share with me, where he would say, you know, it's wonderful to laugh, but don't forget it's also important to cry. And I've never forgotten that. She happened to share that letter with me from her father. And I reminded her of that letter. She was just flabbergasted. God, because we're talking, how many years ago is this? 10?
At least.
Oh, it is, sure. 10 or 11 years.
Yeah. When you were in Laugh-In, did you leave simply because you didn't want to do that after a certain
no,
amount
I
of
didn't.
time?
I wasn't good at that.
Why weren't you?
It just wasn't my forte. I couldn't find I mean, I have to really construct something. You know, getting back to Captain Lewis, I cannot tell you how carefully constructed everything was. I mean, very minute details worked out. And you don't have time to do that in a show like Laugh-In. I mean, you're in a joke wall, and that's why it was wonderful, like Ruthie or Goldie and people, that they found something that worked. You know, the kind of thing then you can always come back to it. There's no way that I could find that for myself. I mean, it just wasn't my, what do you want to call it, milieu or my forte.
We have a saying in television, just do it quick and dirty, you know. Quick and dirty. That's what it's all about. Do you find that people, Eileen, get you confused with other actresses? Well, and the reason I say this is because you're the character and you look different, and we don't see you that much on television as Eileen Brennan.
No, that's true. And I'll tell you something, in the series, particularly the last one I did, which was called New Kind of Family, which I played very much closer to myself than in anything else, because she was a single mother. She had 3 children, and you know, she was Irish, she had a sense of humor, she was a bit nervous. So I was really able to, you know, to really just go to Eileen for that.
Who do they think you are sometimes? They come up to you and they say...
Okay. Marsha Mason. Very much. Very much. Ellen Burstyn.
There's a slight resemblance in the way the two of you look.
I'll tell you a funny story about Ellen. When she was doing Same Time Next Year on Broadway, she wrote me... I wrote a note to congratulate her on the Tony or something. It was really her year that year. She got the Academy Award, then she got the Tony for. So I wrote her a note, and she wrote back to me, and she said, "Thank you for the note." Blah blah blah. She said, "I must tell you, I received in the mail the other day an 8x10 glossy, and a guy sent a note saying you're my favorite actress, and the picture was from the glossy was from Last Picture Show, which we were both in, and I really admire you. Would you mind autographing this picture and returning it to me?" And she said, "I mean, it was an 8x10 glossy of you." So she said, "I signed it, Eileen Brennan, and then I enclosed an 8x10 glossy of myself." So she, you know, it happens to her too. Generally, when it happens to you, you know, people mistake you. They're mistaking the other person for you, too.
When they come up to you and say, "Oh, Miss Mason, Marsha Mason, I loved you in The Goodbye Girl," what do you say?
I think, well, you're wrong. You know, I'm not Marsha Mason.
Then you tell them who you are.
Well, I try not to do that.
Oh, you just say you're wrong.
And I'm at a point that's really funny, because I mean, as far as people coming up to you, because you know they know you. They know you. I mean, they think they might have gone to school with you or something, but they know that they know you, and you know where they know you from. But I'll be damned if I'm going to sit down and, you know, and go through my credits with him. I mean, if they say I knew you in school, I say, "Yeah, right, how are you?" Then I'll just let it go at that.
Eileen, you're delightful. I've really enjoyed this chance
Thank you.
to talk with you. And again, congratulations on
Thank
Private
you.
Benjamin. Wonderful character, just
Thank you
wonderful.
very much. Oh, God.
I love you. That's great. Okay, now I think if I cheat along about here, don't you think? All right.
If you look a little bit more over to me, you'll be...
Towards you, all right. Okay, I have to trust you all now. And cut me about here.
Okay.
And, okay. Now I'm looking at you. How is it?
That's fine. You're at about the same angle she was.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit over this way.
Over here.
But that would
About
be your
there?
full sheet. Right. Okay.
About there? Okay, reactions first. Okay, you're rolling?
Mhm. She's quite funny. Good, that's fine. Any questions? Have good eyebrow. Different people have good eyebrows.
Oh, this
Okay,
is,
questions. All right. Eileen, how do you think women military officers are going to react to your portrayal of Captain Lewis? This expert you had, this Marine officer who was your technical advisor, was there ever anything that she said, no, Eileen, you can't do that, that wouldn't be believable, that wouldn't be viable? You and Goldie worked together in Laugh-In, right? When you and Goldie worked together in Laugh-In, was she really that bubbly, giggly girl that we saw on the screen? When you left Laugh-In, was it that you just didn't want to do that anymore? Why was Laugh-In difficult for you? Okay, just a second. Keep rolling. All right. Okay. Okay. I bet you have the experience frequently. People come up to you and think you're somebody else. When people come up to you and they're trying to place you, who do they think you are? What is this experience that you had when somebody mistook Ellen Burstyn for you? Let me do that again. Okay. What is this thing that happened to Ellen Burstyn one time when somebody mistook her for you? Okay. All right. Oh.